Founded on April 17, 1795, the history of Somerset County dates back to pre-Revolutionary times. The Monongahela tribes inhabited the area before it was even known as Somerset, from 900 AD to 1400 AD, which was approximately 12,000 years. They were a native group named after the Monongahela River, but this name was given to them later since there are none of the tribe members alive today to tell us what they had called themselves. They didn't stay in one location for long. It is estimated that they moved to their villages every 10 to 25 years. Their village size ranged from 60 to 400 people. The houses in each village were organized in a circle, with the center part of the village, often referred to as their central plaza by archaeologists, left open for group or ceremonial activities. A large fence called a stockade surrounded the villages, protecting them from raids by other groups and wild animals. Their trash was thrown in a ring that was dug between the stockade and the houses. This ring was known as a midden, and it is known to be a great place to find artifacts such as broken pots, animal bones, and stone tool fragments. Their houses were made from cut-down trees that were then pushed into the ground in a circle. The tops of these trees were then tied together. Large pieces of tree bark were placed over these 9-foot by 30-foot frames, similar to shingles on a roof. They left a hole in the top to allow for smoke from their campfires to escape. In the summer, these holes were covered with cattail mats that kept out the rain, but still allowed for air circulation. In each house, there were minimal amounts of furniture. There was a cooking and heating hearth in the center of each house, and the walls were lined with sleeping benches constructed from sticks and lined with animal skins or mats made from plants such as long grasses. The way they lived varied on the seasons, similar to farmers. Through spring and autumn, their main focus would be growing crops such as corn. They often made trips away from their villages to hunt, gather wild crops, and collect materials to make houses and tools. Both men and women butchered animals, but mainly women were responsible for preserving meat and preparing meals. Women also did most of the gathering while the men were the ones who hunted. They hunted anything from turtles to bears, including, but not limited to, rabbits, raccoons, fox, turkey, fish, deer, and opossum. The gathering consisted of wild fruits, nuts, berries, and vegetables such as corn and squash. They even included sunflowers in their diet. Food was preserved and stored to last through the harsh winters. They had storage rooms that are similar to our modern-day kitchen pantry. Tools were often crafted from clay, wood, and bone. They used bird bones to create fish hooks. They created a plethora of objects ranging from clay pipes, mortars and pestles, baskets, woodworking tools, eating utensils such as bowls, ladles, and stirring paddles, clay pots for storage, and much more. Their way of governing is referred to as an egalitarian society. Everyone had a say in how the village was run. The houses within the village were all similar in size and all had their own food storage. The burial ceremonies were also the same for everyone. This tells archaeologists that each household controlled its own resources and cooperation between everyone was necessary for the good of the village. When the people died, they were usually buried within the village area. Children were often buried under the houses. One theory suggests that the Monongahela believed that if they buried their dead ones close by, the spirits of the deceased would protect them. The graves were usually oriented east of the village, towards the rising sun. Sometimes, those who died were buried with personal items that were important to them, or items that indicated their status in the village. When they disappeared, nobody knew exactly what happened to them. Archaeologists understand that the culture lasted until about 1625 AD, before disappearing from records. To this day, many archaeologists continue to search for the answers of what happened to the lost Monongahela tribes.